Gold sets the stage for Bitcoin to explode. If we're looking at the chart, obviously we know gold has been on an absolute tear, and we know the correlation between gold and Bitcoin, and now we're noticing this trajectory for Bitcoin, obviously in this upward trend. But we're getting closer to this wedge, and I do agree with Quentin that Bitcoin is going to follow not only gold but the M2 money supply. But welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the XRP Familia. Appreciate all the love. If you're looking at the last 1 hour for the crypto market, we're seeing some sort of an excitement going into Friday morning. But again, if you're looking at the last 24 hours now, the market has kind of pushed back into the green, specifically due to the last 1 hour itself. But yesterday was a red day for the broader market. But hopefully, today brings in some excitement within the crypto markets. XRP price $2.82 as of recording this update, up 0.7% in USD, up 1% in Bitcoin. Comparative valuation $168.5 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume at 5 billion. As always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So Bitcoin ETF saw 200 million of inflows on October 9th. Even though we did see a retracement, yet you still saw inflows, while Ethereum actually ended its 8-day inflow streak. That was about 8.7 million of outflow. Nothing crazy, but again, the streak is gone. But yeah, let's see what happens. Bitcoin still has a lot of flows for itself. The hiccup that we're seeing within its price, as I've highlighted on my channel before, I think it is normal, because again, in the grand scheme of things, if you're looking at Bitcoin has been on an absolute tear, guys. Over the last 2 weeks. So again, a little bit of a correction is very normal. But take a look at this. Over $700 million in crypto position liquidated in the last 24 hours, as about 528 came from longs and about 180 from shorts. So both sides. And again, a continuous reminder why we want to stay away from leverage trading platforms. But let's get into this right here. Ripple and European FinTech Association co-hosted a dynamic roundtable in Brussels last week, drawing a full house of policymakers, regulators, and industry leaders. Attendees included representatives from the European Commission, Peter Creston, aka father of Mika and Dora, and a mix of innovative startups and established firms, reflecting strong interest in shaping the future of crypto and fintech in EU. But aside from that, big announcement. You can see, Ripple is driving blockchain adoption in Bahrain by teaming up with FinTech Bay. So Ripple latest alliance with Bahrain FinTech Bay has extended the presence of the blockchain payment firms in Middle East. Going back to what I said, yes, mass adoption, and US wants to become the global hub of crypto. But Ripple is going worldwide, and this is another example of many examples that we have shared on the channel. Right now, retail interest is not there as you would expect it to. I shared that on the channel not too long ago as well. We went over some data where it's showing that retail interest is actually really, really low. And yet you're seeing some big announcements being made, and this is one of them. But yeah, I think as we go in the future, people are going to be looking back at this and really understanding that this is a big deal. So BFB is the kingdom's leading fintech incubator and ecosystem builder. It holds partnerships with government bodies and other, to accelerate the development and adoption of blockchain and digital asset technology in the region. On top of that, XRPL's a big September credential launch, game chain debut, 25 million RLUSD surge. Big things happening. But take a look at this here. As I highlighted to you guys before, retail interest is not there. And believe it or not, it's not there for a lot of crypto right now. And I know you guys are probably scratching your heads and wondering, what's causing Bitcoin to, soar the way it has. It's not retail, it's big institutional clients and big whales coming on board. But take a look at this. Retail investors bought 105 billion, I was about to say million, 105 billion of US stocks over the last month, the largest monthly purchase on record. Retail demand has risen fivefold since April. This brings total year-to-date purchase to 630 billion, already surpassing the all-time high of 590 billion in 2021. Retail investors are now on track to buy 800 billion worth of stocks in 2025. As a result, retail shares traded as a percent of total hit 30%, just below the 32% record during the 2021 meme stock frenzy. Retail investors are buying like never before. And if you watched my update 2 weeks ago, you were actually seeing big hedge funds actually selling. So very interesting things happening here. But remember, we finally did see a rate cut. That's something people have already forgotten about. As we do see more rate cuts, I think this could actually get higher, and I think this is going to shift into crypto as well. And I don't think crypto has seen, what we saw last year, or what we're seeing within the stock market in terms of retail side of things. But take a look at this. XRP is poised to directly benefit from the accelerating demand for RLUSD. As RLUSD adoption accelerates, it is expected to attract new DeFi protocols, payment partners, and enterprise integration to the XRP ledger, further boosting network activity and driving sustained demand for XRP. But now let's take a look at what's happening with the price, because that is what everyone wants to know. So as far as the dominance is concerned, as you guys know, the dominance reached a new monthly high at 59.55%. We did come down to 59.15%. You can see this for yourself, but back we go. We're kicking back, currently sitting at about 59.35%, which of course is not the best for altcoins, but over the last 1 hour, you're starting to see the market show some sort of positive signs. The reason why that's the case is because Bitcoin did push up to 120,000 just a few hours ago. I'm sorry, $122,000 just a few minutes ago, actually, not hours ago. Obviously, we're having a little bit of a hard time breaking out of 122, but I think today could be the day where we finally push back up and head back to up to 124. So today, what we want to see is push it back above 122, and hopefully closing our daily candle above 124, which again is not a big move, guys. $124,000 is only about a 2% move for Bitcoin from where we currently are, and we were literally there just 2 days back. XRP price, we're still ranging below the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level. We actually have not retested the 23.6 since yesterday. We've been ranging around this range, got supported by, of course, the 2.77 cents. Still did not retest our September 26 lows, but I am expecting us to, reclaim back into the 23.6 quite fast, because of course right now you need to understand that $2.82 is a resistance for us as well. But I have no doubts that, XRP price, won't be having a hard time getting. I think it's going to be very fast, especially when Bitcoin is able to push back up to this key range. Keep an eye on Bitcoin. And I am expecting, us to be back in the 23.6 fib zone. Again, a continuous reminder, retail interest not there, and yet you're still seeing XRP price pretty much close to its, the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level, which tells you everything you need to know as to how good this is consolidating. I believe the next leg up is really going to be that shocking factor for a lot of people, in my opinion. Again, obviously time is going to tell. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.